The Beyond the Fame podcast is fed by Lido Pizza. Lido Pizza never cuts corners. For menu and locations, visit LidoPizza.com. And of course, this podcast would not be possible without our longtime title sponsor, the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. Upcoming featured entertainment includes comedian Michael Blaustein on July 25th. Details and tickets at HollywoodCasinoCharlestown.com. Must be 21 to enter the casino floor and attend a show. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Welcome to the newest episode of Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. I'm your host, Jason Fraley, picking the brains of the top filmmakers, musicians, and artists of our time. The Bacon Brothers perform live at the Birchmere in Alexandria, Virginia this Friday and Saturday nights. I spoke to Michael and Kevin Bacon for the very first time when they previously played the Birchmere back in 2016.
Fellas, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
You guys come to the Birchmere a bunch, right? Why do you guys keep coming back? What makes it such a special place to play?
Well, this is Michael speaking. It's, first of all, a really long-standing club with a great tradition that was around, I think, pretty much when I started in the music business a long time ago. And it's just always been a very, very solid venue, really good staff, great PA. It just works. And they have, some clubs, it's basically the audience is the act, whereas the Birchmere is really... people who go there, they really go there to expect a certain type of performance where there's not a lot of talking when the band's playing, and I think that we do well in those kind of venues. And we started playing there 15 years ago, and eventually went to 2 nights, and now we're at 3 nights. So it's just been a really successful thing for us, and I think hopefully for the club as well.
Awesome. Kevin, you have any quick thoughts on Birchmere as well?
I think that I would just echo everything that Mike said. They when you come into the club, I don't know if they put little things on the table or people just spread the word or whatever, but they make it pretty clear that this is a listening room.
Oh, that's what you want at a concert venue. I just think your guys' story is so cool. How you got the brothers and you've been sort of playing music since you were kids. Take me into where you grew up, how you started playing at a young age. Do you remember the first time you guys either picked up an instrument or a microphone?
Well, in terms of where we grew up, we were in downtown Philadelphia, and it was a tall 5-story skinny townhouse. And there were, we have 4 sisters, so there's 6 kids in the family, sort of, coming in and out. By the time Kevin was born, some of my older sisters were probably in college. But it was the kind of house that creativity was encouraged above everything else. So painting lessons, art lessons, dance lessons, acting lessons, music lessons, that's what we got. And maybe to the loss of other things, like, my father wasn't into sports, and, we didn't go out to dinner a lot, but, when it came to the arts, that's what it was. So I was always playing music since I was very young, and when Kevin came, I'm 9 years older, he was probably banging on a can or something when I was singing, and my sister and I had a band, and he used to, be pretty fascinated by that. And when he got older, I bought him a guitar, taught him how to play Hey Jude, and later on he was playing percussion behind me when I was out doing gigs by myself. So that's kind of where it was. And when we put the band together 20 years ago, it was we sort of took a different tack, which we had to, instead of writing songs for other people to record or writing songs for Kevin's movies or get-rich-quick songs, we kind of turned the corner a little bit and tended to do songs that were a little more personal. And so when you come to hear the band, you're basically hearing 90% of songs that we've written over the years.
That's awesome. I have a twin brother myself, so I love the idea of like the brother connection. But I know you guys aren't twins, but did you guys finish each other's sentences growing up? Did you guys fight at all? What's sort of the brotherly bond that's carried on stage?
Well, we didn't fight. I mean, one of the reasons we didn't fight is because Michael's 9 years older than me, and so it's we're not even Irish twins. We it was more the type of thing where I looked up to him as a musical influence and a teacher, and we were kind of off the side of.
Kevin, I think we're losing you.
Yeah, I think Kevin got lost. I'm sure he'll call back.
That's okay. Yeah, if he calls, I mean, you can just go ahead and I guess jump off of what he was saying until he calls back. Yeah, I mean, what was sort of the bond? There was never sort of a like, oh, the younger brother's trying to tag along. Was it always, was there any of that sort of rivalry, or were you guys always pretty close?
No, I don't ever remember a time when I felt that way. I looked at it more like there he is.
There he is.
I'm back.
All right.
You can take it now.
I'm literally looking at a cell tower as we go by, and somehow it disconnects. I don't understand that. Anyway,
where are you?
I'm driving up to. We have a show in Vermont tonight.
All right.
So we're both kind of coming from different places on the road trying to get up to this gig.
We'll blame the Vermont cell tower. So, but go ahead. Yeah. I think you were just just
coming from New York.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I went off and was doing acting, and Michael was still playing music and playing in bands, and it wasn't until the '90s that we kind of had this Bacon Brothers thing, because what happened was a friend of ours from Philly, where we grew up, he heard this demo that we had done of songs that we were hoping to pitch to other artists to get recorded. They were songs that we had written together, but they were not for us to sing. And he said, "Well, why don't you call the band the Bacon Brothers and come down to Philadelphia and play a show, and I'll promote it."
Nice.
And so that was really just for that one show. And then somebody heard the band or called up, and we got another one, and we did another one, and we did another one, and then eventually we did a record, and it was just kind of like that.
Nice. How do you think the band, the two of you, musically, how have you guys sort of evolved since those early days in the '90s, from then to now?
Well, it's Michael again. It's really dramatic, I would say. When we did our first gig, Kevin wasn't even planning on playing the guitar because he didn't feel like his skills were up to it. But I pretty much insisted because we needed to have two guitar players. And when I looked at those days, even though I'd been in the music business a long time before that, I think as musicians, both of our skills and craft and musicianship has gone way up over the years. So there goes the 12 o'clock siren. So I'm really happy with that. The band's gotten bigger. It's gotten better. The songs are better. We're better in the studio. And to me, that's the whole thing, is when you do something you love it, but you also want to make sure you're progressing and improving your skills, and I think we are.
Definitely. All right, make each other blush a little bit. Each of you, what's the one thing that the other doesn't know that they're so damn good at on stage?
What's the thing that the other doesn't know that they're good at?
Well, I just want you guys to each, riff on each other and what makes each other, compliment each other.
Well, it's one of the things that's kind of fun about the show is that, you kind of see two very, very, very different kind of personalities that have a very different sort of approach to performing and to life. And my brother is incredibly funny and dry, and he doesn't have the desire to kind of like take up space in the same way that I do. You know what I mean? He's happy to let the songs kind of speak for themselves, and he puts a kind of energy out there that's kind of more about drawing people into him, and my thing is really more about shoving my stuff down people's throats.
Take that. Awesome. All right, cool. What can we expect at the Birchmere? Are there certain songs that, I know you have like a devoted following from town to town. Are there certain ones that your most devoted fans would, sort of kill you if you don't play?
Well, we try to mix the setup, and we actually, by the time we get to the Birchmere, we'll probably have 4 new songs, and then we brought back some older things from our earlier CDs that we kind of gotten tired of singing, but now we're sort of revisiting them, and that's been a lot of fun. So I think that the people that come to hear us will hear a lot of music that they're familiar with, and of course, a lot of people will be not familiar with any of our music. So I think it's a good mix now, and we've been on the road a lot this summer, and we've had chances to work stuff up and get tightened up. So I think it'll be satisfying to both the older fans and new ones as well.
Nice, yeah. Keep the old fans and bring in new ones. A lot of your guys' songs, yeah, definitely. A lot of your songs have sort of crossed over into the film world as well. I know Chop Wood, Carry Water was in The Woodsman. When you decided to stay too long was in Red Betsy, and then I know Michael, you scored Loverboy with Kevin and his wife. How cool of an outlet is to have sort of multiple platforms like that? Not every band has that, but you guys sort of work it to your advantage.
I guess we always would like to have more of that. One of the things that you always hope for as a band is that someone will pick some song up and license it, for a film or for a commercial. And we've had somebody that's the various people through the years we've hired that kind of helps with that song placement. But it just hasn't. Frankly, I think, with the amount of material that we have, I wish that there'd been more of that going on, I wish that people would pick up more stuff for films and television. But it's great. When it happens, it's cool, and if it happens in an organic way, it's good. Actually, we play a song now that we reworked. That was a song we wrote for a movie that I did called Telling Lies in America. And
oh, yeah.
I don't know whose idea was to drag out the song "Live with a Lie." It's kind of I never really even thought of it so much as a Bacon Brothers song because it was kind of written for the band in the movie to play, and they were like a early '60s R&B band.
Yeah,
and yet the song is the way we're doing it now. It's like one of our favorite things to play. So I feel like, to answer your question, sometimes it works the other way in that that song wouldn't have existed except for the fact that I knew that they were looking for songs for that movie, and so we pulled this one together.
Awesome. Well, we're really looking forward to you guys coming to the Birch Bear. It's going to be awesome. I guess just wrapping up, a final question. Whenever I have sort of big names on here, remember we had Joe Walsh do this, we had Spike Lee do this. We usually try to end with sort of like a rapid fire word association. If you guys are game, I'll maybe throw out your movie titles and you guys can go back and forth. Just the first thing that comes to mind. Each of you take turns answering.
Sure.
All right. Maybe start with Michael. When you hear Animal House.
Animal House. Oh, documentary.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Documentary? of you or Kevin or both of you guys?
Well, I really mean, because when I was at college, I was in a fraternity, and there was a house exactly like that.
Oh,
and there were all the misfits, and they were the only house that actually was getting the girls. All the preppy houses with all the really good-looking frat boys. They didn't get anything. So to me, it really was. It was that Animal House was on my college campus.
Perfect, like all of us. All right, Kevin. Friday the 13th.
Arrow Through the Throat.
Michael, Diner.
Amazing cast. In fact, Steve Gutenberg is my locker buddy, so it's fun, and we talk about that experience. And yeah, it was kind of the first real breakout film that Kevin had, and I remember seeing him on the street, and there were people lined up around the block to see it, so that was pretty exciting.
Awesome. Kevin, Footloose.
Sorry, what?
Footloose.
Footloose. Show me, I'm trying to remember that one. No, I'm just kidding.
What was that movie again?
Great song. A great song by Kenny Loggins.
All right, definitely. He was just here for the Capitol Fourth concert. All right, Michael, A Few Good Men.
Just a great story. I love those kind of courtroom trial things, and it was just, a lot of really cool stuff about the military, and that was a tough part because, frankly, a Marine officer is not exactly who my brother is in real life.
Right. Hey, thanks, guys.
Okay.
We'll see
All
you.
right, take care.
Stay tuned next month for another flashback convo with the Bacon Brothers when the band hits Annapolis in August. Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Fame with Jason Fraley. Our theme music is Scott Buckley's Clarion. Remember to give us a 5-star rating if you like what you hear. We'll see you next time.